Hello friends, welcome again in this video lecture. In last video lecture we will finish the quantum effect in two parts, first part and second part. Okay, now today we are going to see the next point of quantum chemistry, that is the de Broglie hypothesis, or it is the just statement of de Broglie that is called as a de Broglie's hypothesis. Okay, what is the de Broglie's hypothesis? The Louis de Broglie. Louis de Broglie. It is the name of scientist, that is the Louis de Broglie. He gave a statement. What is that statement? He said that the material particle having dual character, that statement is called as a de Broglie's hypothesis. Thus, Louis de Broglie said that material particle having dual character. We will see the next point, that is the de Broglie hypothesis. And the scientist Louis de Broglie, he gave a statement. That statement is nothing but, he said that the material particle having dual character, that statement, or it is the important statement, this statement is called as a de Broglie's hypothesis. And again we say that the wave associated with material particle, the wave associated with material particle is called as matter wave, or de Broglie's wave. These two statements are called as the de Broglie's hypothesis. That is nothing but, he said that the material particle having dual character, that is the most important statement of de Broglie's hypothesis. And in second statement, he said that the wave associated with material particle is called as matter wave or the de Broglie's wave. Now, the de Broglie's relations. What are the relations? Because in de Broglie's hypothesis, he said that the material particle having dual nature or dual character, and he considered the relation for that dual character of material particle, that is called as a de Broglie's relation. Okay, we will see what are that relation. Now the next, the de Broglie's relation. De Broglie's relation. The de Broglie's relation. Okay. In de Broglie's hypothesis, he said that material particle having dual character, and that material particle also having wave, that wave is called as a matter wave or de Broglie's wave. Now in his relation, he said that the wavelength of that wave of material particle is calculated by using following relation. The wavelength of material particle, the wavelength of waves, the wavelength of particle is calculated as follows. Is calculated as follows. Okay, listen. In de Broglie's hypothesis, he already said that the material particle having the dual character or dual nature. So, when we have to calculate the wavelength of that wave of material particle, okay, we have to consider the dual nature of that material particle, and by considering the wavelength of that dual material particle, then we calculated the wavelength of that material particle, and for that he gives some relations. That relations are called as de Broglie's relation. So by using that relation we can calculate the wavelength of wave of that material particle. Okay. Now we calculated that relation by using the following cases. First case. Now he already said that the material particle having the dual nature. Okay, for that, in first case, if we say that the material particle having or the photon of material particle having wave character, then the energy is calculated as, if photon of material particle is considered as wave nature, or wave character, then energy is calculated. E is equal to h mu. First case. This is equation 1. Listen. In first statement, the de Broglie, who is the scientist, he said that the material particle having dual character, and for we have to calculate the wavelength of wave of material particle, we consider that dual nature of the material particle, and in first case we consider that the photon of material particle having wave character of wave nature, then the energy of that wave character is calculated by using formula E is equal to h mu. This is equation 1. E, that is the energy, yet Planck's constant. Yet is nothing but the Planck's constant, and mu is nothing but the frequency. So this is the first case where the de Broglie considers the wave character of material particle, then that wave character of material particle having energy E is equal to h mu. H is the Planck's constant and mu is the frequency. Now second case. In second case, he said that the photon of material particle having particle nature. If photon having particle type nature or particle type character, then energy is calculated. As E is equal to mc square. E is equal to mc square. Listen, in first case, he considered the wave character or wave nature of the material particle, and in second case, he considered the particle nature of material particle. And when we consider the particle nature of material particle, then the energy having equation E is equal to mc square. Okay, m is equal to mc square. M is mass and c is nothing but the velocity of light. C is nothing but the velocity of light. Okay. In the de Broglie's relation, we will get the two equations. Equation 1 and equation 2. Now consider equation 1 and 2. We get the next relation by considering equation 1 and 2. Consider equation 1 and 2. That is h mu is equal to mc square. But we know that mu is equal to c upon lambda. In de Broglie's relation, we already get the two equation of energy. Equation 1 in which E is equal to h mu, and in second case or in second equation of energy, we get E is equal to mc square. Then we consider or we combine equation 1 and 2, that is h mu is equal to mc square. But we know that the mu is equal to c upon lambda. Now put the value of mu in this equation, then it becomes h c upon lambda is equal to mc square, or by rearranging this equation, we get lambda is equal to h upon mc. This is equation 3. Lambda, that is the wavelength, and we have to calculate the wavelength of material particle. So we get lambda is equal to h upon mc. Okay. In de Broglie's hypothesis, he gives the statement that material particle having the dual character, and for that dual character of material particle, he considered energy for first particle nature, or in first character, that is the wave character, the energy is nothing but E is equal to h mu. That is equation 1, and in second case, that is the particle character or particle nature, the energy is nothing but E is equal to mc square, and by considering that energy, we get lambda is equal to h upon mc, and this is equation 3. Means we get the wavelength of material particle, and for wavelength of material particle, formula is nothing but the h upon mc. And de Broglie say that the equation 3 is applicable to the any type of material particle. Means by using this equation, we can calculate the wavelength of any type of material particle. Okay, de Broglie say that equation 3 is applicable to any type of material particle, or by using equation 3, we can calculate the wavelength of any type of material particle. Okay, now listen, we get our most important equation, that is the lambda is equal to h upon mc, and we have to calculate the wavelength of material particle, and and we can calculate the wavelength by using this equation, that is the lambda is equal to h upon mc. Now consider, or in short replace the mass of photon in place of mass of material particle, and also replace velocity c, that is the velocity of light, in place of velocity of material particle. Means we totally replace the mass of photon m and c, that is the velocity of light, and we consider the mass of material particle and the velocity of material particle. Then we get the equation. Now replace mass of photon. Now replace mass of photon and velocity of light c, and take mass of material particle and velocity of material particle. Then equation 3 become lambda is equal to h upon mv. Okay, listen. Our above equation is what? Lambda is equal to h upon mc. H Planck's constant, m mass of photon, and c velocity of light. But now we replace mass of photon and velocity of light, and we consider mass of material particle and velocity of material particle. This equation becomes lambda is equal to h upon mv, or it is also written as lambda is equal to h upon p, and p is nothing but the p is equal to mv, and p is nothing but the momentum. So mv is equal to p, so we also write down the p. So this equation becomes lambda is equal to h upon p, and this equation is called as de Broglie's equation. This equation called as de Broglie's equation. Okay, this is equation 4. Most important. Lambda is equal to h upon p, and this most important equation, that is nothing but the equation 4, is called as de Broglie's equation. Okay, now this is the de Broglie's hypothesis, or he gives just a statement about the dual character or dual nature of the material particle, and the material particle having two types of character, wave character as well as the particle character, and by considering the energy of wave character and particle character, we can find out the lambda of that material particle or wavelength of wave of that material particle, and that wavelength is calculated for the any type of material particle, and by considering momentum we can also calculate the wavelength of material particle, and when we consider the momentum, that equation is called as a de Broglie's equation, and that equation become lambda is equal to h upon p. Okay, this is the de Broglie's hypothesis, their relation and the equation. In next lecture we will see the next point. Thank you so much for watching.